Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I've got a long weekend of training ahead, stacking up some mileage as I get ready for Moab's Red Hot 55K in late February and the Desert Rats 100K in early April. I'm hoping to be competitive in both, so weekends like this are pretty important. Got a big run on deck for Saturday, should be a fun one. Let's get into it. Because I work 9 hours a day, every other Friday I get off work. So this Friday happens to be one of my off Fridays, and I'm driving up to Mueller Park to do an 8-mile easy run. This trail system is just north of Salt Lake, and last time I was here was during a 50-miler. I was absolutely going through it as I ran through these trails, so I'm hoping today it's going to feel a little better than that. In the afternoon, I'm just doing a second easy run, 5 miles around my neighborhood, as well as some strides. Me and Dumpy like to do core together. She's got different goals than me. She's working on her summer body. I don't think she's quite there yet. She has a hard time with the form on some of these. Friday night, I made homemade pasta, which was a lot of fun. Here's some trad wife content for you. We had a little date night, and Karina made roasted asparagus, which also hit. Today I got my long run on deck, so I'm trying to get 26 miles total. I'm planning on doing essentially 8-mile out and backs from my townhome. So the idea there being that every 8 miles, I'm essentially hitting an aid station. I'm gonna be starting off with this nutrition setup. So I've got 50 grams of carbs worth of Tailwind in this Solomon soft flask. So this is all I'm gonna leave the house with, this and these 2 gels. I'm gonna come back after 8 miles, hoping to get a decent amount of gain on that first 8-mile loop. Once I come back from that first 8 miles, I'm gonna grab this bottle, which has NAC in it. The interesting thing about NAC is that it actually has protein in it, which is different than most other mixes. It's definitely more like Ultramarathon focused, but that's actually what's the on-course nutrition at the Desert Rats 100K. So I want to practice with it. I definitely prefer Tailwind. It's just easier on my stomach, but I like the idea of having protein in the mix as well. But it's just harder on your stomach, especially if you're getting a more intense effort in. So plan is to go out for the first 8 miles, probably take one of those gels. If it takes longer than I think, then I'll take both of them. The precision gel I'm rocking is the PF30 with 100 mils of caffeine. I've had 4 shots of espresso this morning already, so kind of a lot of caffeine, but I'm also really used to it. I drink a ton of coffee. Maybe I should cut back, but it makes me happy and I love coffee, so probably not going to. So that's what I'm starting off with. I'll come back and refuel, grab another carbs gel. I like these because they are cheap. This thing is $2 for 50 grams of carbs. Really, I don't think there's anything on the market that's beating that right now. So that's the plan. And then The last loop, I'll see how I'm feeling. If my stomach is good, then I'll probably grab another bottle of NAC. If I'm feeling rough, then I'll grab a bottle of Tailwind because that's easier to get down. All right, first 8-ish done. It's raining a lot harder than I thought out there. I'm coming back to grab a NAC, this bottle right here, and another carbs. I took the 50-gram carb out there in the middle of that one about 5 miles in and finished the entire bottle of Tailwind. Feeling good so far. Okay, back for the second time. Throw on a rain jacket because it's coming down really hard. Grabbing a bottle of NAC with 55 grams of carbs, and then another carbs 50 for the last 8-mile loop. Pretty happy with that long run effort. I'll throw the details up on the screen. In the first hour, I was able to take in 100 grams of carbs between the bottle of Tailwind and the 50-gram gel that I took. The second hour, I hit 85 grams of carbs, so not quite at that 100 gram per hour goal, but still pretty good. I took the 30-gram Precision as well as the 55-gram bottle of NAC. The third hour, I was able to hit 105 grams of carbs, took another 50-gram carbs gel and another bottle of NAC. And then for the last 15 minutes, basically a cool down, I'll call it, I stopped home and grabbed a quick glass of juice. Overall, that effort felt very sustainable. I felt like I could keep doing that, which is exactly where I wanted to be with this 26-mile long run. It felt roughly near 100K effort, but the caveat I'll throw in is that every time I looped back and refueled at our townhome, I had to take my shoes off, dry off a little bit before I walked into the house. So I was getting a solid 5 or 6 minute break every 8 miles. And so I think that does make things feel a little easier, especially on an effort like this. So effort-wise overall felt very good, but I think I need to remember that having those breaks like that will add time during a race. Saturday night, we went downtown and saw a rare Utah Jazz win, which was pretty fun, and then walked around a little bit and got ice cream afterwards. To cap the weekend off, Sunday's run was an easy 10 miles on flat terrain. Our friends Nick and Alyssa came up and ran with us. That brings the week to an end. I was able to hit 90 miles this week, which is a high for this training block. I'm feeling real good, haven't had any injuries. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. I was happy to show what a weekend in my life looks like. And I'm not trying to make this to be like, wow, look how great I am. I ran 26 miles on Saturday and 90 miles in a week. I'm doing this because it's what I love. I put a lot of time into this, and I think it's like any other hobby. I'm really grateful to have something like this that I can invest time into and see tangible results, especially racing new distances. I've never raced 100K before. The furthest thing I've ever done is 50 miles. But with the Desert Rats 100K coming up in April, I want to be competitive, and I'll just put it out there. I want to win it. I don't know who's going to be on that start line, but I think based on previous year's results, I can try to hang with anybody who shows up, unless it's somebody absolutely insane. So I love running. I love being out in nature, exploring new trails, but I also love the competitive side of it as well. And that's partially why I'm sinking so much time into this, because I want to compete at a high level. And hopefully by sharing these videos, I'm giving a glimpse into what training looks like for somebody who's kind of going all in on something. I'm putting my all into this, trying to run as much mileage as I can sustain on top of my job. Thanks for watching. If you like this, send it to your mom. If you hated it, comment something really mean and send it to all your friends so that they roast me too. But anyways, thanks for watching no matter what you thought of it.